Here at Ildefonso, we love vintage gear, like the Muson Synthesizer for kids.
It's a weird kind of hybrid between a toy and an instrument, and who better to show you and tell you about it than Jesus Salas of Jesus Vintage Gear and Loren James of Loren's Emporium. Just a reminder, this is the ending of our trilogy with Jesus Salas. Hopefully he'll come back and do some more, but previous to this, we covered his rare Soviet synth called the Ildefonso, and we also covered kind of a custom, handmade, or at least limited produced Love Fuzz by Love Magnet.
If you like vintage gear, hanging out with our friends, talking about music, do us a favor and subscribe to Ildefonso Inc.
Enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome back to Mothership Gear, where we explore gear from our friends, including Jesus Vintage Gear. He has brought the one, the only, Muson Synthesizer. Let's hear it. Let's hear some 1978 Muson goodness.
Oh yeah, it's a toy made for kids in the late 70s. It's a sequencer.
Made for adults in the late 70s.
Yes, you could play all kinds of sequences. You could make the sequence go from notes 1 through 4, slots 1 through 4, 6 notes, 8 notes, or the full 10-note range.
What do the little colored pieces do?
Yeah, the little colored pegs.
Yeah, what do the
sexy
pegs
things
do?
right here?
Yeah.
That's what you want to know about?
Yeah. Show me.
Well, each one completes a circuit to a note. So the way they designed this is that you could essentially use this as a keyboard / sequencer, physically sequence the experience.
So when you pull out one of those colored tabs, it changes the sequence?
Yeah, it removes. So this completes. Orange is B, right? So this completes the B circuit. Now you hear it. Let's take out the C and the D. So it's got that little void now. So now you could use that to your creative desires, do little rhythms.
And how did this toy synthesizer fill a void for you?
Oh, in several ways. This is why I have 5 of them. It's actually very personal. I'm kidding.
Are you the only person in the world that owns all 5 Musons? How many exist?
I don't know. Not that many on the market. As we just saw right now, there are a couple on the market. There is one and there's another one. That makes a couple. That makes 2. But they usually only pop out for sale like once or twice a year if we're so lucky.
And what would one of these run you right now? I know we were looking at Reverb.
Yeah.
And it is 2025 March. I think there was one for $850 locally in the States, and then one for $3,300.
Yeah.
What do you think of those prices?
They are insane. The 800 is more reasonable because it is becoming very scarce. Is that how you say that?
Scarce.
I don't know how to say a lot of phrases in English, so bear with me. That's a bear.
Yeah.
I don't know what bears sound like either. So they're really hard to find. My first one, I was searching for it. There's this Latin American musician that I listen to a lot. This guy named León Larregui, and he's in the band called Soe, which is like I might be wrong, but it's like the Mexican Strokes, Radiohead kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
But he, on his Instagram one day, years ago, he had one of these, like an overhead shot, and they're just like messing with it. and it's just like, it just sounded so cool. And I was so inspired by it. And I was like, what the heck is that? I need to get my hands on one of those. And whenever they're in the market, they're usually missing a bunch of the pegs.
Yeah.
Which, fortunately, there's this one person, I think on Reverb, that sometimes makes 3D prints them. And he makes them tunable so you could tune it to whatever note that you're missing, which is pretty cool.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think he's making them right now. He disappears sometimes. So it's like just one guy that does this because they're so niche.
Yeah, it seems like the most niche market ever to make a reproduction replacement part for a toy synth from the 1970s. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of market does he have?
That is-
None. Besides you. You're
Yeah.
his main market.
Yeah, so I mean they're cool. So yeah, the 800 range, I've paid anywhere from like 200 to like $500 for each of these, but I've been searching for them, or people will send me them and they'll send me the link like, oh, you like these, and I'll be like, cha-ching. And then yeah, just to run through really quick other features of this. So it's got like a speed control, so you got your sequence going. Can control the speed, go fast and slow, and then also the pitch.
That's
So
great
you
for
could,
like a
kinda
video
do
game
stuff
sound.
like this. Kind of like the other episode.
You're like the Tom Morello of Muson.
Exactly. Kind of like we were dialing little alien-like tones on the Aelita, the Soviet synth.
Rage Against the Synth.
Similar things with this sound design. There's a lot of studio owner friends that I've got, and sometimes they end up paying a lot of money for one of these, and I'm very fortunate to have all these. I think of when I get multiples of something, it's like it's gonna join its brothers and sisters and cousins. So and I get to share these things with the world. I get to rent them out or just loan them out to friends and stuff. So it looks so pretty.
Yeah. So that's your business model, right? Jesus Vintage Gear, not only repairing gear, collecting gear, but also running a full-fledged rental business for local and touring musicians, correct?
Yeah, it's I get to share my joy of gear with the world and save musicians some bucks in their pockets, because that's pizza money. Whether you eat meat or you're vegan,
You can still
eat
enjoy pizza.
Yeah, you can still enjoy pizza. You might not like it, but I want you to have all the pizza you can, or gas money, or if you want to buy like a chain or something, you're gonna save a lot of money.
Where can
And-
people find you online when they need to save some pizza money?
Instagram, Jesus Vintage Gear. It's Jesus_vintage_gear, and I'm there. I'm gonna
Excellent.
make a website soon though.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode. If you like what you saw and want to see some more vintage rare gear, including synthesizers, guitars, amps, and fun friends from all around the world, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.
And that's the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mothership Gear.
And I want to thank again Loren James of Loren's Emporium and Jesus of Jesus Vintage Gear for talking about this really cool, really weird synthesizer. So if you guys like this kind of content, please subscribe, leave us a comment, and we will see you guys next time. Later. Bye.